Go.
Well, good morning. It's Pastor Sandy coming to you with a time of refreshing. I was going to talk to you a little bit about summer and winter, and of course we are in winter right now, and especially those who live in the colder climates, like we used to live in Vermont and upstate New York. We know what it's like to have long winters, very cold days, lots of snow, times you can't get out of the house. It seems dark and dreary most of the time during the winter. You know, in Alabama, we don't experience that as much. And yes, we do get cold weather, but not to the extremes as they do in other places. And it's easier, I believe, in those places. It is here too, but more in the colder climates to get maybe discouraged, depressed, you know, because there's a lack of sunshine. You don't have as much vitamin D. And, you know, if you're not careful, even here, it can be cold enough to where people don't feel like they can go outside. It gets dark sooner. So it's easy to get kind of where you feel like you're shut in. You're a little bit discouraged, you know. But just like in the natural, winter is a time when nature, when the trees, when the grounds, they are at rest. Their roots are going down deep. They're taking a time of rest. Well, so much more for us in the spiritual, that it's our time, that God created the seasons. And He created this time for you and me to set our roots down deep, to take a rest in God, to spend more time with Him, regardless, you know, of what's going on around, to not become discouraged. To look at the time, well, yes, I have less daylight, so I'm maybe home more. You're not on the run as much as you normally would during the other seasons of the year. So take advantage of this time, of this season, of this winter that God has created, and set your roots down. See, begin to find a deeper degree of contentment in God, not in just your surroundings. See, in Him, this is a time to be renewed, refreshed, restored for the new year. You know, God created the seasons, so let's take advantage of them and appreciate them. See, winter treasures are like manna, are like manna. And the same manna that God is trying to feed us in this winter season of your life would be rotten in the summer months. Winter manna that is provided for us daily is designed to provide you a time of refreshing and a time of nourishment that you need, that you can't get in the other months and the other seasons of the year. So take advantage of winter. See, if we recognize the time, if you recognize winter, not just in the natural, but in the spiritual, that God set this up for a time for you to get your roots down deeper, get yourself set up for the new that He has for you, to get yourself set up in the beginning of the year. Take these winter months, the time where there's a little bit where you're able to rest a little bit, spend more time with God, get the plan. Take some time to pray and fast and get before God. Use this time. Feed on the winter manna that God has given you. This is a time of refreshing. Let God refresh you. But see, if you don't recognize it, you'll miss out on the next that He has for you, the thing that He's calling you into. In Psalm 74, 16 and 17, it says, "The day is yours, and yours also the night. You established the sun and the moon. It was you who set all the boundaries of the earth, and you made both summer and winter." Are you making the most of this winter season? Or are you living in regrets, complaining, murmuring, letting doubt and unbelief come into your life? Or are you stepping up and saying, you know what, God? I'm going to feed on this winter manna as a treasure that you have given me. I'm going to let my roots go down deep in this winter season that normally I wouldn't be doing at the other seasons of life. So I'm going to take advantage of this time and begin to get refreshed and restored and renew. You know, don't wish winter away. Let winter get settled in your life and feed on the manna that he has for you. Because see, in these winter months, God's taking you to the next thing. He wants to speak some things to you, but you're going to have to get before him and feed on this manna that God has for you in this season of winter. See, if you seek them, they will be found. If you seek the winter treasures that God has for you, they will be found. So begin to rejoice in this season of winter. Yes, things look gloomy, and for us, we don't see a lot of white around, but we see a lot of dead, and it's cold, and there's times you don't feel like getting up or going out, or before you know it, it's dark again outside. But look at this as a time. Set your roots down, spend time with God, feed on that winter manna, and begin to get restored, refreshed, and renewed, because very soon, before you know it, spring will be here. And it's going to be time to get up, because spring is going to sprung in your life, and we're going to be going in another direction. So I encourage you today. I speak right now to those that maybe feel like that winter doesn't feel very good. But look at it from God's design, that he created this for you. He created this time, that he wanted you to be able to spend time with him. Get refreshed and renewed. Get rebuilt back up to where it seems like all before now, it's just life is just kind of sucked, life out of you. Well, get it put back in again during this winter time, during this winter season in God. Look at it from God's eyes. Begin to hear what God is saying. Begin to see what God wants to show you. Get in front of him and seek him, and you will find the answers to everything you've been asking God about. I'm telling you right now, some of you have been crying out and saying, God, I feel like I haven't heard you. I don't know about this. I can't see that. I'm telling you, God's got your keys to the door that you need to open, but are you listening? Seek him. I speak peace right now over everyone under the sound of my voice. I declare right now wholeness and health. I bind up that spirit of infirmity and sickness that has attacked the people of God. I thank you right now, God, for supernatural health and wealth over your people. I thank you for revelation, God, that they received today, encouraging not to be disgruntled over winter, but embrace winter, because it's from you, God, and we're going to receive what you have for us, God. It's the new thing. It's the next thing, and we're going to get ourselves refreshed and built back up in you, God, as we put our roots down. I thank you right now, God. I speak peace and comfort over those that are struggling. I speak peace to mind, that you have a sound mind. Don't say anything other than that you have the mind of Christ. No, you're not going crazy. No, you're not depressed. No, you're not never going to be able to do what God called you to do. I speak death to every one of those words and turn it around and say, I will live long and strong. I will accomplish all that God has asked me to do, because his super is going to come on my natural. I thank you right now, Father. Oh, we give you praise and the glory. Oh, please share this with your family and friends. I'm telling you, we may be in winter, but it's a good thing if we look at it from God's perspective. Oh, please share this. Somebody needs to hear God has winter manna for them. And until next time, keep it simple, my sisters, and I bless my brothers.